Yo, yo, yo. We are officially in September. It is September 2nd as of this recording. My name is Alyssa. We have Jeremy on the line, and this is the 117th episode of Downtime Podcast. And I am so excited to talk about games because I haven't talked about games that I've actually been playing for the past month and a half.
Yeah.
And there's just so much to talk about.
Yeah. How you doing, Alyssa?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I finished Judgment. You finished Judgment.
Yep.
I'm like smiling, just thinking about Judgment right now.
There's a lot to say, and we will do a spoiler cast probably next weekend where we'll talk in depth about it because we'll talk about it a little bit today, non-spoilery, of course.
There's a lot of main story we got to talk about.
Yeah.
12 hours worth of main story.
So,
Not 12 hours. No, 12 chapters and an epilogue worth.
Yeah, it's a long game.
Oh my god, it was so good though.
Oh yeah. No, I don't want to talk too much about the story because that'll hype too many things up.
It's so good.
It is. It's an amazing game, and what I can say right now is that this is Kamurocho post Kiryu, and I think it looks beautiful. I think this is probably one of the best Ryuga Gotoku Studio games
they've ever made in their entire lives.
Yeah, I honestly think so. I honestly think so. It's
so good.
Yeah. Alyssa's speaking my words. Like, I'll let her express it.
I haven't talked about this game for a month and a half, and I'm so happy to talk about it. Oh my god. So how I like to compare this is I want to use a metaphor of Rockstar Games back in 2010. So Rockstar Games, as you know, has been known for making Grand Theft Autos its entire life. And suddenly, in 2010, Rockstar Games decided, hey, we're going to come out with a cowboy game, and it's going to be called Red Dead Redemption. And everyone thought, oh, this is cool. Or, like GTA with, same environment, except you're in, the Midwest, and there's cowboys. But at the end of the day, no one really knew how Red Dead Redemption was going to do. Because the franchise game is Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly Red Dead Redemption came out, and now to this day it's regarded as one of the best, if not by some people the best Rockstar game that's ever come out. And this is how I feel about Judgment and Ryuga Gotoku Studios. This is, oh my god, right now this game is tied with Yakuza 0 for me, the best in the terms of the best game that they've ever made.
Oh wow.
Tied with Yakuza 5, Yakuza 0. This is the Judgment is just that. It's that game. It's that game.
Wow.
And it also and this game breathes life and hope into the studio, and it shows that, you know what? They can make games in the same Kamurocho universe that are not centered around Kiryu, and the game will be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And this game is proof that there's just so much to look forward to with this studio.
Yeah. No, it's for the sake of shortening their name, we'll just call them RGG. Because saying the whole name is tongue twister if you say it too many times.
I know.
But RGG Studios, they've really knocked it out of the park with this one overall. I think that this game really sets the precedent for what will come next. And, obviously we will talk about what comes next in a little bit. But,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was expecting to see any Yakuza characters in this game that cross paths with these guys. But I guess there was one, but he wasn't really a major character.
For the most part, everyone's new.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that they don't really rely on any old things to push the story forward. It basically builds itself up and uses the same universe as a foundation, kind of like a MCU kind of thing where they're like, oh, this is the same New York that you always know, but we're not going to be focusing on this character. We're going to focus on another character. So yeah, it really stands up on its own two legs and presents itself as something that's unique and different while being the same in a certain sense.
Agreed. And now that I've finished this game, this is definitely the perfect balance of an action-adventure RPG where, you know, if you feel uncomfortable with your main character being a full Yakuza person, then Yagami-san is where it's at. You got a little bit of Yakuza, but you also have the main character who's a detective lawyer. And it's a great intro game to this studio if you don't want to start with Yakuza.
Yes. No, if you have no idea about the Yakuza franchise because you're daunted by it or you just don't know where to begin, this is definitely a good place to start. Of course, everyone's going to recommend Yakuza 0 as the starting point, which is correct, yes. But I think if you want a more modern take on this series, because Yakuza 0 was released and developed during a time when the PS3 was still at the end of its lifespan and the PS4 was at the height of its popularity. So, you know, it's built using the Yakuza 5 engine, and it's still a great game, but there are some dated things about it that you won't find in, you know, Judgment or Yakuza 6, which use the Dragon engine, which is, in my opinion, a lot better and a lot more fluid. So, you know, not having to...
This was a vast improvement from Kiwami 2 and Yakuza 6, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, no, I feel like the developers know what they're doing with the engine now, because, like, you know, before it was like, oh, what can we do with this? How many things can we shove into here? And now it's just like, what can we do to make it better, bolder, and bigger? And I love it.
I know. A lot of the battle was much more seamless and pain-free. There's even slots where you can put shortcut potions and shortcut food.
Yeah.
And extracts. And it's just making it easier for you to do your brawler.
Yeah. It was awesome.
And also, R1 is your best friend. I don't remember if Kiwami 2 had R1 for lock, but God, R1 is amazing.
Yeah, I don't remember either. They all kind of blend together in my mind.
Yeah, but I've been on that R1 this whole time.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a godsend. It's difficult when you're doing group battles, but
yes,
like that's when you have to use the other style, not the tiger style.
Crane.
The Crane. There we go. I was like, what was the name of it? Because I only use Tiger style. Even for group stuff, I still use Tiger because
Tiger is just the combo's way better.
Oh yeah, they're stronger, better, and there's like more upgrades for it than Crane, which is, you know, they're trying to push you to use Tiger more for, you know, one-on-one encounters, which is what it's for. But if they're giving you more stuff for Tiger, then obviously you're going to use Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Exactly.
Yeah, so story aside, Alyssa, tell me who's the hottest character to you, like looks wise?
Bruh, it is a hot boy summer. It's a hot Yakuza summer. It's a hot Judgment summer. This is like, so okay, Kiryu is a good looking guy. And Majima is a good-looking guy in Yakuza 0.
Before you say...
And you know, they're all very handsome. But, like, this game, it's like the whole pack. Like, the whole friends group. Like, all of them. I'm just like, if these people, like, in real life... Like, you know, if this was a group in real life, this would be the best J-pop band of all time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, my God.
For the sake of not spoiling anything, because this character... I think I know who you're gonna say. This character has...
Oh no! I'm going to use the last name just because you don't know the context of it.
I thought you were gonna use the alias name.
Oh, I think the alias is more spoiler.
Oh,
actually,
okay.
Right?
I don't know. I feel like the real name is more spoiler because you know. Then I don't know. Like it depends on the context. For people listening, that
it depends.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, and it is kind of a spoiler if we even mention this character, but. I mean, it's up to you if you want to say it or not right now. But or you can stay with the answer you just said, which is all the boys are hot, which is totally fine.
All the boys are hot. Oh my God. And then it's crazy because I was trying to look up pictures of, because since RGG is known for using mocap, I figured, the actors look exactly like the characters, but for a lot of these people I could not find a recent picture of them. They were all older pictures of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, where am I look like? Do these people have Instagram? They don't have Instagram. I don't know what I'm looking for right now. But woo, This was like basically Yagami-san's gang is the best. Like his posse are so good looking.
Yeah, at the end,
it's ridiculous.
Towards the end, when all the boys get together, I'm like, damn, these guys are all pretty good looking dudes, you know?
Oh, I know. Oh, and then like, let's be real. Our friendly girlfriend killer Okubo is hot. He's
I wasn't expecting you to say that actually, but okay.
He's so handsome. Oh my god.
Man, they just got a lot of good-looking people for you, huh?
they like this game was just like, "Oh, hey, we don't need to get like macho-looking men. So, we're just going to like go across the board and get a variety of men," which was everything I've ever wanted. So,
yeah.
But it is a hot Judgment summer, y'all.
Yeah, I agree. It was good.
I know. The actor who plays Okubo is the English dub is Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, I've been playing this game on the Japanese dub that I didn't even know it was him. But now I'm like, oh, I wonder what he sounds like now that I know exactly who this actor is. Yeah. That's what YouTube is for later.
Oh, and I might actually play through the whole game again, Premium Adventure, through the English dub.
Yes. Oh, my God.
I'll think about it. I'll see.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, even for me, like, even the women were pretty attractive, too, I thought.
Dude. Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
Did you date all 4 of the women?
Yeah.
Or did you choose one?
I dated all 4. I went down okay, hear me out, all right? I went down the rabbit
Okay,
rabbit hole.
I'll hear you out, and then you have to hear me out after.
I went down the rabbit hole because I got to get that SP, you know? You got to chase that SP, all right? That's my excuse. That's the official response. The other response is, damn, they were all fine.
Oh, my God. Okay, so before we go into the girlfriend debate, I just want to say that it is very difficult to get SP in this game.
Oh, God.
And stack it up unless you just make that growth potion 100 times. But it's such a pain in the ass to get SP. That's the challenge of the experience map for sure.
You know, but for real though, like right now I'm trying to get all the master drone parts so I can race and just win everything because I'm still
oh my God.
I'm still on like the next level from beginner. What is it, like normal or advanced or whatever? In drone racing.
I still think I'm in beginner because I'm only on track 4.
Oh, then yeah, you're in beginner.
I got a lot of catching up to do.
No, it's all good. Like it took me a long time to find all the QR codes around the whole city and to scan them, and then I had to meet this guy. Well, technically you can't do all the codes yet, Alyssa, until you beat the Grand Prix twice.
Ugh,
you have to get out of beginner league.
I've seen the codes for sure. It's never prompted me to do anything with the codes, and now I know why. It's because I couldn't even do anything with the codes.
Yeah, there's a character that will talk to you after you win all the races, and in the beginner league, there's like 8 races or 10 races total, and then he'll say like, "Oh, I'm this dude from America. Find these QR codes for me," or like, you know, like and if you find them all, I'll get you all the best parts in the game. And you're like, okay, and then you realize that all these parts are $100,000. You have to also get like specific parts from a certain area that has a bunch of gambling stuff, and you have to get blueprints that cost SP, and there are almost 2,000 SP per blueprint, and there's 5 of them. And it's a lot of money, a lot of time, and I'm like, damn, I don't have enough money for this. So I'm struggling to get money and SP. But, sorry to go on a tangent, but it is hard to get SP in this game.
It's super hard.
And the girlfriends definitely help you get SP.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you also, like, to your previous point, you have to down those, like, you know, the growth
extract.
Yeah, but before that, you have to learn how to get the extracts.
Oh, yeah, that's very true, too.
You have to get to a certain point where you can get them, and then when you get them, you have to find the materials around the city to extract them, and once you extract them, you can only make up to 10 in your inventory. Once you use 10, they only last up to 30 seconds each, and it's this whole thing that I'm just like, dude, I don't want to touch this right now. Let me just give me all the QR codes. That's all I want.
It's so true, though. The struggle is real. And, you know, sorry, before we go into the girlfriends again, you know what else is a struggle?
Yeah.
the goddamn tailing missions.
Oh my god.
I hate, like, if there's one thing I hate about Judgment, it's the tailing games. They're terrible. And for the love of God, why is Higashi on the phone for 3 minutes and I'm just hiding behind a pillar waiting for him to move? And I'm like, this guy is talking on the phone for 3 minutes. Like, I went to the bathroom and he was still on the phone.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, when is this tailing mission gonna move?
Oh god.
My biggest critique of the game is that the tailing mission needs to either be shorter or just not beat around the bush so much.
Yeah, some of them were really, really long, and definitely Higashi's was the longest. And I'm like, dude, please, like,
stop.
please stop. And there's a part where it's like, oh, and like it cuts to a scene and they're talking, and I'm like, oh, it's over. And it's like, nope, he's still going. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude?
And you know what's worse than Higashi?
Oh no.
The side quest where you have to talk to that fortune teller who tells the guy that he has to fear someone wearing black all the time.
Ugh, yeah.
That guy is the fucking worst.
I hate that guy.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, about girlfriends.
So I don't really consider the girlfriends a spoiler because none of them contribute to the main story in any way. So I think you and I are freely able to talk about all of them. Alyssa, if that's okay.
Nanami is the best girl.
There you go. Nanami's the best girl. Yeah, she was hard to get. She was that hard to get girl, and man, it took a while.
That's what. Yeah. So when you finally get when you get all the 4 girls unlocked, that was when I actually started dating, because I was just like, I'm not sure. We'll see. And then I wanted Yagami-san to be a one girl band, so I went on the first date with everyone, and then especially with Sana when she revealed like I'm 19. I was like, oh, we're not gonna go there. It's probably fine in Japan, but I feel uncomfortable doing this. So I kind of ditched her.
Damn.
Ditched her to the curb. Hey, I support your dreams to become a J-pop star, but not like this.
That's fair.
But then when we got to Nanami, who has hardworking girl, like isn't just trusting of the first guy she meets, I was like, I like her. We're gonna keep her. And Yuko, I like you too. You're pretty cool yourself. So I pursued that one the most.
I see.
And so she's the only one where I've actually reached level 5 on the intimacy level of girlfriendism. So
you haven't? Oh, you said you unlocked all 4, but you haven't started dating all of them.
I only chose one of them, and that one was Nanami.
I see. No, I think she's one of the better choices, if not the best choice. In age, as well as just everything about her was just good. I feel like for Yagami as a character.
Yes.
But the way I played it was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yagami is like based off a really good looking dude in Japan. Obviously, he's gonna get all the girls, and so I just dated all of them to the max. Whenever they popped up, I was like, all right, we're going out. So
why not?
Yeah. So I did date all of them. I don't know. There's a point in the game when I was dating the third girl, Skino, where Yagami's like, this isn't good. This is considered cheating, right? Because it's the third girlfriend that confessed to him. Like, seriously, it's awesome because, like, by the third girl or the fourth girl, he starts talking to himself like, oh my God, do I tell her that I'm single or not? Like, this is really bad. I'm like, dude, I'm glad he has a conscience, but still, like, I still made him choose, quote unquote, like, the bad way.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no, literally, I have a screenshot I took, and it's me looking at, like, Skino after she confessed to me, and then Yagami says, this isn't good. This is considered cheating, right? Like, because he knows deep in his heart that he's already confessed.
Deep in his soul.
That he already confessed to 2 other girls, and he's like, damn, I got a third one. But
I know, right?
And I did the most messed up thing. Like, after a girl confessed to me, I never asked her out to go out ever again after that.
Oh, Jeremy.
I know. I just kept moving on to the next girl. I was like, all right, sweet. Like, especially with like Sana, I was like, oh, sweet. Like, she's cute. Like, oh, she has a good song. Like, I got her record. I played it in the apartment. And then after she confessed to me, I was like, oh, this is adorable. And then She's like, okay, call me next time you want to hang out, okay? I'm like, okay. And I looked at the options to hang out with her, and I was like, oh, man, this is just the same thing as I was dating. Like, why do I want to keep pursuing this if I just don't want to, this is like extra work, basically, because, like, why do this when I can get a new girl and move on? Like, that was, like, my mentality for him, and I was like, this is messed up. And I'm glad that he realized it was messed up, too, because he was like, this is cheating. And I'm like, it is cheating. Anyways, next girl.
Anyways, how are you going to have a dating game and not have karaoke in Judgment?
Okay.
Hello?
That's one of my biggest gripes. Like, the building is still there. And I'm like, yo, let me go inside. There's someone standing behind the counter. But nah, I can't go inside.
This is so disappointing. Can you imagine? So, you know how the cell phone has DLC?
Yeah.
Imagine if they added a karaoke DLC. Do they understand how many downloads that DLC is going to get?
Exactly.
Everyone who owns the game is going to download that DLC.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, there's no rhythm music games in this.
There isn't.
Huh.
What am I doing with my life?
I don't know. But it's still considered
I don't know either.
It's still one of the best games for you, though.
I know. It's so good. It's so wonderful. Also, for the love of God, that Perverts of Kamurocho side quest was the most ridiculous thing ever. And the fact that you could actually watch someone gain superpowers by sniffing panties is like, wow, this game really goes there.
Only in Japan.
Only in Japan. Only in Japan.
Yeah, but by the time we got to that segment with the big muscular dude, I was like, okay, we're probably gonna end up dating this girl eventually. And then the whole notification popped up, like, ding, like you got a heart thing from her. I'm like, fuck, I was right.
It's like, I knew it this whole time.
Yeah, and I was like, I wonder how many girls you can date in this game. And then it goes up to 4. I'm like, shit, that's a lot.
Goes up to 4.
That's too many girls.
That's too many girls.
Yeah, no, there's the fourth one. I don't know, it's not that interesting to me. It's the fortune teller girl, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, and we don't care about the fortune telling girl.
No, I mean, I completed her segment, and at the end of it, I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I could care less about her, but Nanami girl, oh,
she's like, Nanami-chan
is the best.
She's like, I'm all about drone racing. I want to drink on the first date. I work in the ad agency marketing campaign area, and I'm like, yo, I feel it.
I was like, marry me. So there we have it.
There you go.
Best girl, Nanami-chan.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yes.
So that was fun. This is the first time in a RGG game where you can have like an actual girlfriend and start dating and do stuff. So I thought that was an interesting and fun mechanic that they added.
Yeah, definitely. Because back then, you know, when you went on a hostess date, if you got far along the meter of impressing the hostess, there's some times where, oh, let's go sing karaoke, or, you know, let's go to the bar, but ultimately they're only a hostess. So it's cool that, you know, Yagami-san deserves love in his life.
It makes sense too. I mean, like, I feel like Kiryu is such an like upstanding dude. He's so morally good. Like, there's nothing bad about him, and for him to like find romance and go in that direction, I feel like is unlike the character in a lot of senses, because he's definitely like the lone dragon type, you know? So, yeah, with Yagami, I feel like his personality is different. Like, the game itself, the nature of his work is different. He's kind of like a down on his luck detective, and he's like trying to scrounge by to make ends meet, you know, like to pay his rent on time.
Yes.
So like, he definitely seems like the guy that would like date around a lot and be a free spirit in that sense. And on top of that fact, like, to go back to what I said before, he's based off of like one of the most popular actors and musicians in Japan. So if you're gonna have his likeness in the game, then obviously you gotta have like some women, like, you know, under him in some sense, like for dating. So
for sure, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was I mean, like, I really liked the dating aspect again. It was a fun mini game. Drone racing is definitely one of my other favorites, although right now I'm kind of in a rut because I need more SP and I need more money, and I've been turning to the VR game, but I hate it because it's like a discount Mario Party, and I'm like, this is dumb. But I've been reading online that it's the best way to farm for SP and money.
It is, yeah. And like like when you fight all of those street battles, they drop the cards all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like not you just have unlimited access to that VR game.
Yeah. Also, gambling and going to the batting center also net you those free play passes.
True. I will say though, I've always hated baseball, and I hate mahjong. These are my thoughts.
I will say that if you do the batting center stuff, if you go into the batting center, there's going to be a certain point where you can meet a friend there, and he'll give you batting gloves. And if you beat 5 different courses, like you have to finish them. You can't just play them and then lose. You have to play them and win 5 different ones. He'll give you a golden bat. And the golden bat actually makes everything easier because it widens the range where the baseball is on the cursor. So when you put your...
Amazing.
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. So
that's why he doesn't talk to me, because I haven't even fucking bothered to finish all the other courses.
Yeah, so just start one, I guess. The batting gloves make it so that you hit the ball harder and farther, and the bat makes it so that you hit the ball sooner when the circle closes up next to you. It's such a pain to get, and also the batting gloves are 3,000, and the bat is a golden bat, and it's 30,000. So
I'm already over it.
Yeah, I know. It's honestly like getting all that stuff only if you want to get a little bit of SP and also the play passes, then do batting. But for the most part, you really don't need to do it, Alyssa. But you just have to be friends with that guy. But that requires you to play 5 games.
I'll only do it if I feel the inkling of getting 100%.
Yeah, and I know. I felt that way too. I mean, I haven't completed...
Yeah.
My city reputation level is like only 45, so I haven't done all the side cases yet since some of them are not unlocked for me.
Dude, it's kind of crazy. So I feel after you visit all the restaurants, it gets a lot harder to accumulate your city reputation and accumulate friends. There was a point where I was stuck on 23 for a really long time, and I was just like, where are all the friends at? And it turns out that I gotta pay the freaking Kickstarter guy, and then you know, all of a sudden it's like there's a guy who I have to punch him twice, and then he'll be my friend. Like, oh my god!
Yeah, I remember that guy.
It gets harder. Yeah.
From the Kiryu story too. He was like, "If you can't hit me," I'm like, "Okay, this is dumb."
Oh my god!
By the way, quick hot tip: if you are paying the quick starter for the guy to complete his building, don't do it because it doesn't really do anything for you other than give you SP and complete a trophy, but it's like 30 million
and a friend
and a friend, but it's like 30 million. And
wait, what?
It's like
I'm pretty sure I've only spent like 200,000 for 400,000.
But he keeps building up. Like his building isn't complete. You have to keep going. There's like how many floors? There's like 10 or something floors, I think.
Oh shit!
And he's gonna keep asking for money, and it gets more and more expensive. And then you're like, "Shit, I'm out of money. Like I don't know what to do." He doesn't even pay you.
Crap!
Doesn't pay you back either. So I mean, I've been reading this all online. I haven't actually done it because I was wondering.
Okay, I haven't done it yet either.
Yeah, cause
I don't know if I will do it.
I'm not gonna finish it because I was like, "What will this net me?" And I was looking up online, like, what's this gonna do for me? And it does nothing. So I was just like,
a trophy.
Nah, but yeah. It's in all the side stuff is pretty good so far.
I know.
Yeah, going back to the pervert stuff, I really liked that. That was super funny.
Yeah.
You're always getting entangled with that dude and his twin sister, and I'm like, guys, get out of my life.
Dude, I know he needs to get it together.
Did you do the missions where
Yosuke, right?
Yeah,
His
Yosuke.
name's Yosuke. Yosuke, please.
Please shut up.
Please.
Yeah, there's did you do the missions where he like tries to get you to go to his club?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was having trouble finding friends to get to him, but it was really funny because like there's the guy that always wants to fight all the time, the guy that is a ninja, the guy that like
oh, that damn ninja.
Yeah, I know. He went to that club with that girl and he's like, "Hey, I'm a ninja." She's like, "Okay." It was so weird. I was laughing so hard because there's this dude in like a ninja costume in this like sex cafe. I was like, what the fuck?
This is weird.
Yeah, right? But yeah, that completing his mission was okay. But like he when you start dating his sister, he's like he starts like pestering you. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna date my sister? Because she really likes you." And Yagami's like, "Dude, leave me alone. Like I'll handle what I can when when I have time. And by the way, like, she just wants, advice about job hunting. And he's like, oh, okay, make sure you wear a condom, okay? And Yagami's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, leave me alone. I mean, because Yosuke keeps taking it up to level 10 every time he texts like Yagami about his sister. And then because the first text, like one of the first texts he sends you after you go on a date with her, and he's like, so how's the date? Did you guys do it yet? And then Yagami's like, shut up. Their conversations are so funny.
Yosuke, please.
Yeah, no, that's the part where I was like, yo, dude, like, shut up. Leave me alone.
This is why Nanami-chan is the best girl.
Yeah, she doesn't have an annoying brother that will keep texting you all the time.
I know.
Yeah, but overall, yeah, it's the side stuff is pretty good. Like, I want to say one thing about one of the missions. The first mission that I did was the one where you're tailing the old man for the old lady to see if he was cheating on her. Oh god.
Yeah. That was like one of the very first tailing missions.
So that was the first mission that I ever did, the first side case I ever did. And, I caught him cheating and I told the lady and I was like, okay, I wonder if this is going to end where it's going to be funny or weird in some way. And it turns out it didn't. It was hella real. I was like, wow, this is like the realest thing ever. Because like, she's like, okay, I accept that he was cheating on me. I'll think about what to do next. And he's like, okay, goodbye. And it ended there. And I was like, is this how all the side cases are going to be? Because like,
and then it's like, this is not funny.
Yeah. And I was fully expecting to be all of them like be on the same caliber as the Yakuza games. Like, are they going to have some witty humor? Something weird or random's going to happen? Like, I don't know what to do.
I remember that mission because I was fully thinking, you know what? It's going to be their daughter. That's like, me too. Like, I fully went into that mission thinking it's going to be their daughter. This is how it's going to end. And then you find out in the twist that the girl, the other woman works above them. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was so real. I was like, Judgment's supposed to be a funny game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was like the realest mission I think ever, because like everything after that was just like kind of absurd or insane, but I think that was the only mission that stuck with me because of how realistic it was and how scary it was. I was like, wow, this is actually something that can happen.
I know. It's really crazy.
I was also expecting it to be the daughter as well. Like, yeah. I was like, oh, maybe it's the daughter, or maybe I don't know. Yeah,
it's a RGG thing to do. Yeah, it's the daughter.
Like, oh, we went to a love hotel because we didn't want our mom to find us because we were planning for her surprise party or something.
Yeah, it's such a typical thing that would happen, and it didn't.
Yeah,
it was real.
Caught me off guard. I was
real
like,
life.
Yeah, no, I was like, is this how it's all gonna be? But turned out that was the only one that was kind of like that.
I know, man. That really was one of the only few ones that had a serious tone.
Yeah.
If not the only.
Yeah. So, that was good. Were there any other side cases that stuck out to you?
Not at this moment, but I'll probably talk more next week.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll have to compile some stuff.
Okay. Yeah, me too. There's some things I want to talk about, but not today not because they're spoilery, but I just feel like this isn't the time or place to talk about it. It's simply because we're not trying to focus on everything Judgment today. There's other stuff that I do want to talk about with you.
Yes, and then last but not least, Hoshino is the man.
Oh yeah, he's a real
Promote
G.
this intern.
He's a real G.
Give him a raise.
He
is a real MVP.
Make him senior level.
Make him a senior. I don't care if he just graduated. He's so good.
Yeah.
He was like low key one of my favorite characters of everything, and then he's just so good hearted and everything.
Yeah.
Hoshino's the man. And Kaito! Oh my god!
He's the real bro, honestly.
He is the real bro. Like, everyone is a bro. Oh, god. Hot boy summer. I'm telling you. This posse, like, it doesn't get any better than that.
Name a better gang. Go on.
Name a better gang.
I'll wait. Go on.
I'll wait. Oh god.
Honestly, like, I Honestly, I think they just reused Kiryu's model and put it on Kaito, but I don't really care because
it looks very similar.
I know, right? I'm just like, yo, he's got like similar clothing in a way.
And he's all above.
Yeah, and he's got similar eyebrows. Hair, stature, build, everything about him was huh, this is like Kiryu, but just another dude. He's even got a K for a name. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, like what the heck?
But honestly, like, yeah, like him, like Yagami and Kaito are the bros. They're honestly the Sherlock Holmes and the John Watson of the RGG universe.
Yes. So to end our segment, I just wanted to say that the Yakuza producer Saito Daisuke was shocked by the performance of Judgment and how well it did and how well the sales did in the West. And I'm here like, sequels! Give us the sequels. Give us more Kaito.
Yeah.
Give us more Yagami. We're waiting.
Honestly, yeah, like I
hop on it.
I really want a sequel. Like after the end, I was like, this could go in so many directions in so many ways.
Yes. Give us a sequel.
My only concern is the talent because, again, Kimura Takuya, the guy that is the likeness and voice of Yagami, he's a really popular and kind of in-demand actor. And so I'm just wondering, like, how are they going to do it in the future if he's too busy? I mean, I hope they do find time, and I hope that this kind of makes him, like, look at video games another way. I'm not saying that he already had a bad idea of it going into the whole situation, but I feel like now that he's seen the performance of this and how everyone's hungry for games like this and people are more aware of him in general, I hope that he continues to do the franchise because damn, like if this Kasuga Ichiban guy doesn't do well, then at least we have Yagami.
Yeah. And a sequel won't come out for say another 3 years, so Takuya Kimura has plenty of time to do fit some sort of recording in 3 years.
Yeah.
And really, the biggest fear I have is that Kimura gets into a drug scandal.
Oh God, no! Please don't.
That should be the biggest fear on everyone's mind. And have this guy locked in his room. You're not doing drugs. We need a sequel. And then there you have it.
So, I mean, he's got a family. He's got a daughter. He's got a wife. So, I mean, like, I'm hoping that he's got a good head on his shoulders and he doesn't go that way. Or maybe, like, Sega will push him into a room and be like, look, this game did really well. We want you back for a sequel. Don't do anything stupid, okay?
Don't do dumb shit. I swear.
They hold up a picture of Pierre Taki and of the new Hamura guy. They're like, look, don't do this, okay? Don't do it.
I know. Don't see what happened. Exactly.
Right. So like, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I do want there to be a sequel, and I do want God, I keep getting their names mixed up. I do want Kimura Takuya to be in there as the main character again because I thought he did a fantastic job. And honestly, I was looking at the credits at the end of the game as they were rolling by. He didn't do the mocap. He only did the voice. So you know what? They just need to get him into a booth, make him do all the words, and someone else did the mocap. So like, yeah, it's easier. So there you go. It's easy for him.
Yes.
It's easier for him to get the voice. So there we go. Let's see it happen. Let's get a sequel.
Exactly. I will gladly play another sequel of Yagami and Judgment.
Oh yeah. And I think at this point, Sega is starting to realize how much people want to play these games and how much they like them. So, I mean, I think they've known for a little bit since they had a whole like thing at E3. There was a whole like giant artwork of Judge Eyes / Judgment. So
now they know they can create a game where the main character is not a Yakuza and it'll be successful.
Yeah, they still have to have some Yakuza aspects in there, like dealing with... Because, like, Yagami isn't a Yakuza, but he came from a Yakuza family, and his best friend was in the Yakuza, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, Kaito's not in the Yakuza anymore, but still.
Yeah. But yes, pick up Judgment if you haven't played it yet. Wonderful, wonderful game.
Yeah, Alyssa and I will talk more about it next week. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of talked about all the stuff that we wanted to talk about that's not spoilery.
We talked about it for 40 minutes. That's how great this game is. We didn't even tap the storyline yet.
Yeah, if you guys don't know as well, Alyssa and I are huge fans of anything that RGG Studio produces. So,
which leads into our next segue.
Oh, yeah. Which one do you want to talk about first? The new one or the old new one?
Oh, let's talk about the old new one. So,
okay.
Gamescom happened about a week and a half ago, and RGG Studios was one of the people there, and then suddenly they just started dropping these bombs on everyone. One of them being that Yakuza Remastered, which features games 3, 4, and 5, is available for purchase. And when you purchase the game, effective immediately, Yakuza 3 is already available. And then Yakuza 4 is going to be available in a few months. And then Yakuza 5 is going to be available in a few months after that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start playing Yakuza 3 on September 22nd. I've already given myself that date.
Nice.
Just because there's some unfinished business I have to deal with. So
drone racing,
a few side quests. I still haven't tapped 40 friends, so I'm trying to do that.
I feel it.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
You
just not mahjong. That's all.
No, I mean I respect it. You don't want to let the game go yet, and that's totally fine. There's a lot of stuff that you could do still.
I made this comment, but when I finished Judgment last week, it felt like summer was really over because I started this game in the summer, and then now the summer's finishing, and it just made me so sad. It's like, wow. We're going into the next game now, huh?
Yeah.
Except you could argue with global warming that summer didn't really start until July this year, and that June really felt like spring, and we're still in summer right now, so.
I feel it. I mean, I still think we're on summer as well.
Yeah, it still very much feels like summer, and it's already September.
Yeah, I mean, winter doesn't officially, or fall doesn't begin until, when is it?
September 20th?
Yeah, there we go.
21st?
21st, 20th, one of those days.
I know. It just gets hotter later in the year with global warming.
There we go. Yeah.
Did you buy it yet, by the way?
So, I actually am going to play everything when they come out on February 11th, 2020, when the whole thing comes out.
Oh, so you're going to wait for all three of them to come out at the same time,
yeah,
and then you're going to play it in succession.
Yeah, because it took me 2 months to finish Judgment, and I already know there's going to be a lot of stuff for me to do in Yakuza 3. So my whole thing is, like, why buy it twice when I can just play it all at once when it's already all released? And also, I own every single game physically. It just doesn't feel right to me if I bought one of them digitally.
Oh, I see what you... Oh, I get it. You're waiting for the physical copy of it that comes out in February. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
No, I get it now. I get it. Okay.
It's very close to our birthdays, too. So that's like, early birthday present to myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play 3 when all 3 of them come out next year. So
for sure.
I'll be a little behind.
For sure.
But I mean, like, I've already been behind. The game already came out. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. The game came out a week and a half ago.
Yeah, and it's not like we're old fans of Yakuza either. We're kind of still new fans in a certain sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, my goal 2020 is to complete the next 3 Yakuza games. Because I know that at the end of 2020, Yakuza 7 is probably going to come out, for the West, at least. If not, 2021 is when Yakuza 7 will come out.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, yeah, I'm waiting until then. I already bought it. I quote unquote bought it. I pre-ordered it on Amazon. So I'm gonna get it whenever it comes to my doorstep next year.
for sure.
And you got it digitally?
Yeah, I got it digitally, and then I'm probably gonna just play it when each one comes out. I haven't decided if I'm gonna replay 5 yet. 5 is one of my favorites, but I haven't decided if I'm gonna replay it when that comes out.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean,
yeah.
If you already played it, I feel like there's no need to, but
the only need is playing Haruka's J-pop games remastered. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I mean, go for it.
That's definitely if it's way boosted and better, that would be nice. But I think also just Yakuza 5 covers a lot of different cities in Japan. I don't know how remastered it is, but if it's a significant remaster and it is a lot prettier, I would like to see it again.
I mean, from what I see, Yakuza 3 and 4 are on one disc, and Yakuza 5 is on its own disc. So it must be huge. It must be a really big upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, I thought you said bass boosted earlier, and I was like, what? Why would they bass boost all of her songs? That'd be so weird. I don't need like this hip hop trap version of her songs. Like, just no.
Or do we?
I mean, I would still play it.
But hype is real. Yakuza Remastered is out digitally. Physical is coming out in February 2020.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I mean, I'm not super hyped yet because it hasn't come out for me yet, the physical version. It's kind of interesting. They gave you the steelbook case, the 2 game discs, and 1 physical copy of the case of Yakuza 5. I don't know why. The PS3 case, by the way. It doesn't come with a game. It's just the PS3 case. And I'm like, why?
I like the PS3 case, though, for Yakuza 5.
I do, too, but I don't know why they need to include it.
Yeah.
Without the disc, too. I'm like, I just have a PS3 case. Like, what? What do I do with this?
Who knows?
I mean, I have a PS3, but I don't have the game. And it's just like, well, I already have the game because it's on PS4. You know? I don't know. It's a cool addition, though. I mean, it's not as cool as, like, whiskey drinking glasses, but it's still pretty freaking cool.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah.
And another announcement from Gamescom was Yakuza 7, which Yakuza 7 with Ichiban, Kasuga, and the Japanese version is called Whereabouts of Light and Darkness as the subtitle, and then the US version is Like a Dragon.
Yes, the official US title is Yakuza Like a Dragon. I almost messed that up. It's
all good.
There's no number, and I believe it's because they want to reboot the series in a way.
Which makes sense, because if you put Yakuza 7, then it's an assumption Kiryu's going to come back. So you might as well just rename it.
And it would also dissuade a lot of new people from playing it, because they're like, I have to play through 6 other games. And you're like, actually, no, because the 6th one kind of recaps everything for you, and it's kind of an ending to a certain character. Whereas this one's all about a new character. The title, Yakuza Like a Dragon, as the fans know, as the hardcore fans know, is the Japanese title, Ryuga Gotoku, which is also the name of the studio that produces the games. The Ryuga Gotoku.
Oh yeah.
Ryuga Gotoku in Japanese means like a dragon. So the logline premise of Yakuza Like a Dragon is, in 2019, Kasuga Ichiban, a former member of the Tojo clan's Arakawa family, who is released after 18 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, seeks to protect Kamurocho after the police and Omi Alliance join forces. So, Omi's not fully dead, looks like.
Omi Alliance is back, y'all.
Yep, and for some reason, they're teaming up with the police. There's probably going to be, a bad guy on the police side that's going to seek to kill you. And the Omi Alliance leader is probably going to be out there, too, trying to get you, whoever that is. So I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. The story seems really cool. The trailer, if you haven't seen it yet, it dropped already, and you can watch it on YouTube. It's all in Japanese.
Yes, there are some channels subtitling it,
which is dope. By the way, I love that.
If you watch the trailer, aside from Ichi coming out of jail 18 years later, the reason he's in jail is because he takes the fall for his captain, who shot another family member.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds very familiar. And I don't know about you, Jeremy, but what I'm excited about is that this is in Yokohama.
Yes.
And I've never been to Yokohama before. It's one of the areas near Tokyo that I've always been wanting to visit, and I'm all about the port life. So when it was revealed it was in Yokohama, Ichi in the trailer, she's like, "Where are we?"
Yeah, that
Yokohama.
I think you should go one day, Alyssa. It's a really beautiful town. It's a cute little city.
It's in my plans. I'd like to spend at least like a night there. I really, really do.
Yeah, no, a couple of things you should do there. There's the Cup Noodle Museum, which you should go visit.
Yes.
This is on a tangent, by the way.
Yes.
The iconic Ferris wheel, which you should go see.
Of course.
If you're down there, you should also go to the Shonan area, which is where they filmed Terrace House.
Yes.
Just check out that area. Check out the Intercontinental Hotel, the big one that's kind of like a orange slice.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend staying there. It's extremely expensive. But just like
I can stay in an Airbnb.
Yeah, there you go. That's better. Just go inside and look around and check it out because it's a cool little hotel. And yeah, it's a pretty cool city.
I can't wait to visit there one day.
Yeah, no.
And I get to live vicariously through Ichiban.
Yeah.
No, I'm all about it.
When I saw it in the trailer, I was like, "Whoa, that's awesome! I want to go to Yokohama again."
Oh, I'm so happy. And then I really like the line in the trailer where Ichi goes, "It'll be a happy ending, just like in Dragon Quest."
Yeah. The subtle sly reference.
I was like, that's pretty good. Now, while a lot of the trailer and the announcement at Gamescom was met with much excitement, there is one part that has fans kind of at odds because there's a lot of differing opinions on the combat system of Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you recall, April Fools, they were teasing the new cast of Yakuza, and it was done in a turn-based RPG, similar to something like Persona. And it was just a scene where they were in front of a convenience store. It was probably Popo, and they were showing a fun battle. And then there was some charm moves. There were some magic powers and special moves. And it was revealed that Yakuza 7 is going to incorporate a turn-based system as its combat. And things that are already integral to the Yakuza battle system, such as picking up objects, heat, etc. It's all still going to be in this turn base, but we don't know much else besides that. And there's a lot of drama because there's a lot of different opinions on this announcement.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I know how you feel. We haven't actually talked about this yet, Alyssa, but I know that you probably are fond of this system.
I'm totally fine with trying this out. If it sucks, then it sucks. Is how I feel. My one thing though is I like that RGG games are brawlers. It's one of the only games that I play that's a brawler.
Yeah.
It's the only game I play that's a brawler.
Same, yeah.
And yes, I'm fine and okay with a turn-based RPG, but the fact RGG had games where it had a significant brawler style that I could go to when I wanted to play like that, I appreciated.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with Like a Dragon experimenting, but I will miss it. But I'll just replay Judgment, I guess. So, or not even replay Judgment. I'll just replay Yakuza 5.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with that sentiment. I feel like the Yakuza series has always been ingrained with the brawler thing, the brawler like gameplay. It's always been a staple of the series, and you can't kind of shy away from that because it's what it's known for. You know, everyone knows those games are like that. And I understand that they're trying to take this in a new direction, and I welcome it wholeheartedly. I think that I'm definitely not opposed to it. I want to try it out and play it and see how it works. And
same.
You know, I feel like the games have always taken new directions, and they like to experiment with what they can do and how far they can push, and people end up liking it anyways. And a lot of people are skeptical about this. Some people are welcoming it. So it's kind of divided, what I've seen, and we'll just have to see when it comes out, to be honest. I think it's going to be a good thing for them. I hope it's going to be going in a good direction for them. But to your previous point, if it sucks, then we're stuck with it, and we just have to deal with it.
We're stuck with it. We have to deal with it. The next game won't have it.
Yeah, exactly. They'll see the fan outcry, the backlash, and they'll be like, okay, we're not going to do this again.
Exactly. It's worth a shot. I know that Saito Daisuke was addressing everyone, and he was thanking everyone for their support and critical feedback.
That's cute.
Regarding, yeah. At least the studio's listening to everyone.
Yeah.
But I'm optimistic right now. I think it's going to be fine. We'll see what Japan thinks about it. Comes out January 16th, 2020. And get hyped, because I think it will shortly come out to the States and internationally later in 2020. Fall, if we want to follow the pattern of all RPG games.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, I'm cautiously optimistic, but we'll see.
Yep, same. The story looks great, though. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, no, the whole trailer just sets the tone for the whole thing. The part where he gets out of the prison, he's like, "I'm sorry." He's like bowing over, and he slowly looks up, and there's no one there. I'm like, "Oh damn, that sucks."
I know. Start your own Yakuza gang.
There you go.
Your own family.
Hot boy summer.
Hot boy summer continues.
We'll see.
Yes, we'll see. Those are all the things I wanted to talk about for Yakuza and RGG during Gamescom this year.
Yeah, same here. This is actually all I wanted to talk about too. I have nothing else.
Yeah. Just a few announcements to read off. During Gamescom 2020, so the Nintendo Switch demo for Dragon Quest, because we were talking about it, Dragon Quest 9S, it's out now. And the full game's going to come out on September 27th, 2019, this year. And then Cyberpunk 2077 is announced going to be one of the first big games to come out on Stadia. Those are a few of the announcements that came out of 2020. Otherwise, nothing that we haven't seen yet. And that's all the news I really have to talk about.
Sweet. Yeah, same.
There's one thing I wanted to say that I haven't said yet because we haven't talked about my gaming life in a while.
Uh-huh.
I am going to get the new Nintendo Switch Lite.
Oh.
Sometime around Christmas. I'm going to buy it for myself.
Nice.
It's going to be my Christmas gift. It comes out, as you all know, on September 20th of this year. But, you know, I got things to pay for. So
yeah.
I got to wait till December. And the first two games I'm going to buy are Octopath Traveler and Fire Emblem Three Houses. And I'm really excited to do that. I was originally going to play Octopath on Steam because it's available now. But I don't know. It would be nice to just put RPGs on my Switch.
Yeah, and
it's just the more convenient means, just because I take train to go to work.
I was gonna say, yeah, like you commute, so obviously you would want something to do while you're commuting.
I want long games on my Switch for sure. That's a huge priority.
No, for sure.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm really hyped. I can't wait to get it. I've decided I'm gonna get the turquoise one.
Nice.
It's gonna be a good time.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be a good time.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
I'm excited for you to get a Switch. Welcome to the Switch family, or pre-welcome. You haven't gotten it yet. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Now we can both talk about Switch games and stuff like that.
Yes, exactly. I know that there's a rumored Nintendo Switch 2 coming out. People are like, is this the Pro or whatever? And I was like, the Switch Lite is the exact size that makes me happy as a person.
Yeah.
I'm just sticking to that because it's smaller.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, my current one is totally fine. It's just a regular Switch. I don't think I would ever upgrade. It's like my PS4. I'm perfectly fine with it. You know, there's nothing that's other than the fact that my PS4 screams at me after 5 minutes because it gets too hot and there's an issue with the battery or whatever. Even though I cleaned it twice, it's still chugging along. So whenever the PS5 comes out, I guess I'll switch over since it's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's save compatible though. I don't know if I can shove my PS4 saves onto the PS5. But
we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. Like that's a separate conversation. But anyways, I'm excited.
As long as your saves are if your saves are just uploaded to the cloud, then we'll find out.
True, very true. Excited for you to get a Switch. I'm trying to get Breath of the Wild because I haven't completed that game. I only played it on my friend's Switch, and so.
Oh, you don't actually have it yet?
No, when I first played it was on Jairus' Switch, and he came over
That's right.
a couple times, and we just chilled and played it, and I was like, this is awesome.
Okay.
I want to own this one day. And then the day I got a Switch, I'm like, oh my god, this game is $80, and to this day, it's still $80 because Nintendo. So I'm going to have to just, bite the bullet and buy it at full price because knowing Nintendo, they're never going to reduce the prices of digital games because I'm going to be buying digital only.
True that.
But, it's all good. I'm going to just get it on Black Friday, even if it's not on sale. So.
It'll probably at least have a price drop. It's 2 years old now.
Yeah, it was a launch title for the Switch, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, me too. And those are all my updates. Those are all my gaming updates.
Yeah, on my end, I literally just finished, well, not literally, I just finished Judgment today, as the day of this recording podcast is.
Yes.
So I'm going to keep playing it because I don't want this fantasy to end, and I'm just going to I'm just going to win all the drone races with my extremely powerful drone that I'm trying to get. So, got to get money first to play the dumb VR board game. To get SP to buy the drone parts to win the races, and it's just like yeah, I know it's this whole it's the whole thing.
I know it's a thing.
Yeah, so I literally have nothing else in my pipeline as far as gaming goes right now. Also because I just don't have time at this moment, and if I can only think about playing Judgment and I can only play Judgment, then hell, I'm just gonna play Judgment.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's fair.
Yeah, that's my life. That's my gaming life right now.
Yep. Do we have any questions today?
I did not see any. Did you see anything?
I don't think so.
Let me check the email. No, nothing.
Okay.
Well, if you would like to find us, go to www.Downtime.Live. Go click on the contact form, send us a contact email that way. You can fill out the form and send us a question or comment, and we'll read it on the podcast. You can send us an email directly at contact@Downtime.Live. You can comment on any video or wherever this podcast is hosted, and you can comment. You can send us a comment that way. You can also leave us a review on iTunes / Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, and we'll read it on the podcast.
Yes.
If you'd like to join our community, you can click on the left-hand side of our website and click on the word community. It will take you to a Discord link where you can be invited to join our Discord community where we talk about games, anime, Terrace House, everything and anything. Just I don't know, whatever you want. We'll talk about it. You can ask us a question there directly, and sometimes we can get back to you immediately, or we'll save it for the podcast where we can answer it over here. Yeah. Anything I'm missing, Alyssa?
Nope. That's it. Thank you so much for listening to our very RGG-centered episode, but we had a great time recording. Hope you had a great time listening and hearing us fangirl.
Yeah, look out for our spoilercast coming soon, and I hope everyone has a great night.
Yes. Peace. Happy September.
Woo!